How do we ensure we have not just a seat at the table, but we build the table so that we become more producers than consumers, more innovators than importers?
There's only one thing that I believe can have the transformative power to be able to enable us as Africans to be able to achieve the potential the continent has, and that's technology. For me, AI, AI, AI.
It's evident that formal education as we know it today is obsolete or will become obsolete in another few years. So we need to rethink it, and we need to think in terms of a curriculum that makes education relevant to the challenges that are being posed by technology.
I have the privilege to participate in different forums where we give opportunities to youngsters to demonstrate their innovation and their ability to solve challenges and go after opportunities. And I can tell you, they will blow your mind.
With AfriLabs, the organization I run, we have over 500 Innovation Hub members across 52 African countries and over 200 cities. And basically, they all have physical spaces where young innovators can come in, access internet connectivity, access the sort of support system to build their ideas into businesses.
If you ask me, the energy is here, the understanding that digital is key.
As we think about the large venture capital and everything else, let's also think about how do we get these individuals who are straight out of school, so partnerships with universities, and I'd like to add to a point that you spoke around education. How do we get them to go into places where they can help to solve real problems? And so some of these examples of building this ecosystem of developers, young individuals who can trade their skills is going to be a very, very powerful part of bringing a solution to how we scale AI and technology.
We're talking about transforming Africa digitally. But it won't happen if our data centers are in the US. We need to have data centers, dozens of data centers throughout all African countries.
I think I tend to be on the very optimistic side of what AI can do. Obviously not neglecting that there are dangers that come with the technology. So if I'm using an AI solution to build an early warning system for farmers, what really is the risk there that can stop me from really thinking about how I can make farmers who make 70% of our population very productive than they are today?
So when you look at the last 5 years, since 2019, the amount of money that's going to startups across the continent has more than quadrupled. Right? Last year, which was a terrible year, 2023, the fundraising across the world, fundraising in Africa actually dropped 23%. Across the rest of the world, it dropped up to 50-60%. So it's still not as gloomy as it is.
No, I'm just going to add to what Charles said, which is there's definitely money, right? And there's more, but it's not enough. It's far from being enough. I would say when Zuckerberg went to start Facebook, he didn't go to Bank of America to get a loan, right? Or when the Google brothers went to start it, they didn't go to Wachovia. They went to early stage investors. So we need to get more of our successful African millionaires, billionaires, entrepreneurs to then reinvest.
How do we bring what we have to the table so that the youth can add to their sexy ideas and so-called overnight success? How does that become more of a reality than just fancy talk?
But why we convene in New York? Because it's the place where head of state and government come together. And we can bring those leaders, the private sector, investors, the banking team, to convene around global issues. And with those global issues, we then make sure that we can cascade them to the continent with renewed energy, with a united Africa, and with a view and a vision of the unstoppable.